Okay, so first off, there's two types of daters in this world. You have the investor and you have the tester. The investor goes on dates with one person and puts all of their time into that one person, and then you have the tester. My ex was a tester. He was dating a panel of women, and he was honest about it. And when we were in the early dating stages, he told me that he was more of polyamorous, as in he wants his girl to have a girlfriend, so there's threesomes, and she goes and brings women back. And I told him I could try it, and I did. I was very successful in it. And
wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Can you back up just briefly for me? I want to make sure I get this correct. You went and found chicks for him? For
us, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not into women. I was just being submissive to my man. I was giving him.
So how? I mean, like, how did that conversation start? You guys were talking, and he's like, "Hey, you know what I'd really like you to do? Go out and find some chicks for me to bone."
Well, he pretty much just said, "I will not settle down with a woman unless they could satisfy me sexually." And that's when I was like, "Well, what do you like sexually?" And he told me, and I was successful in it until I was not successful anymore, because his I called it the dark passenger, like Dexter type stuff. I called it the dark. I said that, well, his dark passenger started to evolve, and when it started to evolve, I retracted and could not satisfy him anymore. So he broke up with me because I can't do certain things. I'm not okay with doing certain things.
Well, what was he asking you to do?
I will not say that. Actually, it does not matter. I just could not do it. I do not feel comfortable talking.
I mean, it's got to be pretty bad if you're willing to go out and get other chicks for him to bang so that you don't have to fulfill whatever this dark passenger desire is, right?
Yeah. I mean, we had a girlfriend for almost 2 years that lived with us.
Plural?
Him and I, there was a girlfriend that we had. We were a truffle. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you bring other women in as well?
When we had her, no, there was no other women.
Okay.
So the reason why most women didn't stay is because I learned that women, they want to jeopardize your relationship and take over and get you kicked out. And so I didn't want a girlfriend anymore. I was like, I don't want to do this unless we can do it together, because I personally don't like the betrayal of the other women that are supposed to be there for me and him, and as in us, and not just for him. So I didn't want a girlfriend anymore, because I'm not into women like that. I'm very loyal to the man that I am with, and I will make him happy no matter what he asks.
But isn't this kind of passing the buck, saying that essentially the reason that you were getting chicks for him is because it was his desire and you were just being the good submissive woman? And you have no autonomy, you have no insights of your own, so you just had to feed his dark desires. Isn't that kind of passing the buck and basically putting him at fault for things that you also were equally participating in?
I'm not passing the buck. It's not his fault. I did what he asked because I wanted to do it for him. I take full blame.
Isn't that you wanted to do it for him because it made you happy as well, right?
Filling his cup and seeing the desire of him wanting me more did make me happy. Because when I would do those things for him, he would want me more.
You're equally responsible.
Yes, correct. Right? 100% equally responsible.
Yeah. Okay, so continue with the story. I just wanted to make sure I got the details correct.
Our very first sex party that we went to, which we're both voyeurs. We like to watch. We don't actually partake in the sex parties. It's a psychological thing for me. I'm trying to better understand why these women and men are swapping and sharing each other. So there was this one guy that was walking around, and
there's really no better way to do that than by participating, right?
I don't like to be watched.
Oh.
That's why I would never participate, because I did not want to be. I don't like to be watched. I like it to be intimate with my man, and I would like. So there was this man at the sex party walking around, and he probably had the biggest penis I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was probably the size of my arm. Nobody would touch this man. Nobody at all. And then all of a sudden, this woman that was like 400 pounds just like sumo wrestled herself over and was like, well, I'll do it. And so him and I just start laughing. And we get in trouble for laughing, so we get kicked out of this party because we were just so uncomfortable at our first experience at this. And he was like, would you have ever done that? And I was like, no. So then that's when he started to evolve sexually. And I can't give him what he desires anymore. So he wants me to find somebody more monogamous.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, you're being a fucking degen, right? Like, you were both just being a couple of fucking degens. You're going out of your way to just have sex with a ton of different people because it was self-gratifying for you, right?
Oh, I wasn't having sex with other people.
Yeah, I know, but he was, and you were helping him, like, case him out, scope him out, find him. You were basically like the Weinstein side. What's the chick's name? What is the chick's name?
Giselle
the like
Maxwell?
Weinstein side chick. What's her name?
You're talking about Giselle Maxwell?
Yeah, Maxwell. You were basically his Ghislaine Maxwell, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So you were basically, and how would you convince these women to go do this with this guy?
They were attracted to me.
Did you pay them?
No, never.
No.
No. We met, like, one of the girls that we met, she was all about me. We met her at a lesbian bar, and she saw me and was like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful thing. And she grabbed my breast and was like, and that turned him on. Like, he liked to see women turned on to me.
None of this none of it, the whole time that this was going on, none of it was a red flag for you that a woman just went over and grabbed your breast and said, oh, you're beautiful, and then your dude wanted to be, like, what in the world's going through your mind while this is happening?
I don't really know. I was always intoxicated. I was willing to keep his cup filled. I did it without expectation of anything, except for, if you ever break up with me, don't leave my children. My children did not know about the lifestyle. And
Wait, there's children involved in this?
No children involved. I'm just saying my children never knew about it.
No. So wait, you guys had children.
No, I have children.
You have children. Okay, so they're not his children. But while you are taking care of 2 children, you're involving yourself in sex swinger parties and helping this guy find women to bone while you have kids?
I mean, they never knew about it.
Yeah, but I mean, does that make it better? If
No.
if mom's burying dead bodies in the backyard, is it good? You know, well, the kids never knew about it, right? It's like they know about it now, right?
No.
I mean, didn't you just admit all this on one of the largest IRL podcasts in the world?
Well, being that my son is in military school and does not have a cell phone, and I guarantee you my
Well, I mean,
daughter
is he going to
doesn't
be in military school for the rest of his life?
No.
Mr. Boulay donated $200. Message from the Inquisition Patriarchy. Brian, you shall address Andrew as the Grand Inquisitor. Panel, the Inquisition Patriarchy stands ready to rebuke your degeneracy. Not one step back.
Well, thanks, Mr. Boulay, for the donation. But I mean, honestly, what are you going to do? Your son, I think I caught this earlier. He's almost an adult, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, eventually he's going to find out about this.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. So I mean,
they knew that we had a girlfriend. They knew the 3 of us all lived together. We didn't hide that from my children. That there was 3 of us.
So
in
the
a
kids were
relationship.
involved then.
In one of the relationships.
Where you had a throuple.
Yes.
And in what world did you think that was a good idea for your kids?
I never did.
Then why the hell did you do it?
That's why I'm single now.
You're single now because you made a bad choice to have a throuple?
No, honestly, you want to know why I'm single now? Because I won't
Yeah.
let him watch me fuck other men. There it is.
Wait, you're single now because what?
I won't let him watch me fuck other men.
So he was a cuck.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So he was a cuck. He wanted to watch you get bedded down with other dudes, and that was your line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He broke up
gotcha.
with me.
So, yeah, so I mean, but the thing is I do have to ask this because I'm curious, right? Why would he have to break up with you? Isn't well, hey, baby, I want to really watch another guy plow you while I watch that shit. Isn't that enough for you to be like, yeah, wait, well,
I was already checked
me
out.
and my kids are going to go out of here now.
I was already checked out, and not only was I already checked out, I neglected his needs as a man, and I did not break up with him in fear that he would drop my son. He has been a very...
What do you mean drop your
So
son?
he adopted my son pretty much.
Pretty much, or did he adopt him?
So the paperwork is being processed and everything, but
So he hasn't actually adopted your son.
not yet physically. But
Okay, so if he hasn't adopted your son, there's no real investment here other than emotional investment. Why would you want to keep a cuck around your children?
I didn't.
Yeah, I know, but he broke up with you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you did.
I mean, I'm the type of person that our relationship wasn't my kids' relationship. His relationship with my kids are different. Like, even though he broke up with me, he still plays an active, positive role in my son's life. Like, for me, being a single mom of my son for 17 years, I am a woman. I cannot raise a boy and teach him how to be a man. I can only show him.
Do you think a cuck can raise a boy and teach him how to be a man?
Well, they don't know about that stuff.
Yeah, but they're going to eventually know about that. What do you think he's going to tell him? One day they're going to be out fishing when he's 19. He's going to be like, hey, you know what? I really liked watching dudes plow your mom. It was fantastic. In fact, I would highly recommend it.
I don't think he would ever do that. I know for a fact he would never do that.
How do you know that?
From a man's perspective, though.
Because he's a very private person and doesn't want people knowing about this side of him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think that the last person that I'd want to have the masculine energy around my kids would be a person who wanted to watch their mother get plowed by other dudes. It seems like a terrible thing.
We haven't even slept together since he broke up with me. So, like, there hasn't been any sex.
but that's the thing, is that he broke up with you. You didn't break up with him, which means that he told you he was a cuck and wanted these different relationships, this and that. You didn't even end it. He ended it. So you were okay with this.
It wasn't that I was soberly okay with it. I was in love with a person that showed me his true side and was always honest with me. I fell in love. What else can you say?
You fell in love with a cuck.
He's the first man that I've ever fallen in love with.
What is it with this cuck epidemic? I don't. Do you girls get it? Do you understand? What is the deal with this? Why is there so many dudes who want to see their chick get plowed by other dudes while I don't understand this phenomenon.
I can honestly say that I would never be in a relationship like this again. And I don't think that I will ever. I can honestly say I don't think a man is going to want to marry me after knowing what I did for him, because I'm not going to do those things anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure that that's true, that there's just no other man who will ever want to marry you. I'm just saying that, doesn't it seem like if a person were to go to you, because I understand your position. Your position is, look, I'm a single mom. I'm looking for a masculine figure in my kids' lives. He's a good man, but he has kind of this sexual deviant side about him.
He's a great man.
You refer to this deviant side as the dark passenger, right? That's what you're referring to the deviant side as. But the second a man is willing to share you with another man for his own sexual gratification, how much do you really think he values you?
So I know he valued me in the aspect of how I ran a house. I never expected...
A maid? You're a bang maid?
No, I paid my own bills. I wasn't a maid. I am a great cook. I kept his balls empty. I gave him peace. I gave him respect. I ran a very good home. I never bitched or complained. And when we did argue, I accepted that he was going to leave and then come back and talk about it respectfully.
Do you think that a man can have self-respect if their significant other, if they let men plow their significant other and they, in fact, insist on it? Do you think that they can actually have any form of self-respect? Do you think that any real man could ever allow that in a million years?
I question it.
Hell no. Look at the chick next to you. She's like, hell no. Mm-mm. No, you ain't sharing your significant other with nobody if you got self-respect. That's not the way it works.
I did respect him, and I did fill his cup with his dark passenger. It's like the show, if you've seen Dexter.
You filled your own cup. What you did was you made a series of terrible, horrible choices, and this guy revealed himself for what he was, and you didn't care. You put yourself, your own values ahead of that of your kids. The guy said he was a cuck. He valued you. He had no value.
He didn't tell me he was a cuck.
You're nothing. You're a piece
later.
of meat. You're a piece of meat for him to share with the other wolves.
Now I know that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm happy to move the convo on, but I appreciate the engagement there. That's
Good
I have
times.
nothing to hide. I'm very
Good times.
transparent.
Now, we have our good friend Stifler. Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10, starting with you. Go ahead.
I think I'm like 8.5.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 10.
Please,
I'm gonna say 10.
Like a 6.5.
On ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm always feel like I'm a 10, so
7.
10.
I would say a 7.
Solid 5.
Some days I think I'm a
Girl, you
2.
was
Some days I
pretty.
think I'm a 10.
How do you feel today?
I don't know, 7.5.
Yeah, you are gorgeous.
Okay, so wait, 10 and 10. These are the
Don't
two.
pick me out.
These are the two 10s here.
No, 3 10s. No, that's what happened when you say 10.
I definitely know I'm not a 10.
Wait, who's a 10? Wait, who's a 10?
No, two. There were only two 10s.
No,
No, there was 3.
I said 10.
Oh, you said 10?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I misheard then. So 10, 10, and
I would
10.
say 7 on a good day for
Everybody
myself.
should feel like a 10.
So, question for you then. I'm just going to say it. No offense.
What makes you feel like a 10?
None of you are 10s.
Oh. Well, I think.
Oh,
like,
we didn't. Did we rate ourselves?
No, y'all
Oh,
didn't.
Q, go ahead. Go ahead, Q.
6.4.
I give myself a 5. Andrew?
6.4.
I'm a 4, for sure.
Andrew's, okay, there you have it.
I'm a 10 of some.
Where's like the 0.6?
So, you guys,
That's the feeling.
if you, question for you, and you ever been approached like from a major, either agency or anything that represents models?
Years ago, yes.
How many years?
What about
is
you?
a few years?
Yeah.
You were approached
4.
by, okay.
4 years.
What about you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. 10?
But I don't know what
Really?
that
10?
means. I only say 10 because you should be a little confident. You
Yeah.
know? You can have your
There's
bad
nothing
days.
wrong with
Yeah.
that.
and
There's
don't
nothing
even
wrong with
feel like
having
you should take it
confidence.
back.
I feel like
Hey,
everybody
your
in here
version
should
of
feel
it-
like you guys are a 10.
I don't
not
think yeah,
confident.
but
Somebody
talking about
else's
you a
version.
no, because you talking about you a 5. Relax.
five.
You a 10 to somebody else though, so it's okay.
Yeah, they just.
Yeah, but
That's why I told her.
Confidence or delusion?
Yeah, a little bit of both. It's okay.
Tara, stop. So, I'm a bit confused here with this whole 10 thing, right? Don't you think it's a bit either delusional or hubris to consider
Maybe.
yourself amongst the most beautiful women in the world?
No, because I really feel like everybody should have just said 10.
Right.
Yeah, but
And everybody's beautiful in
You
their
can-
own way.
But are
we-
answering
can
the
I ask a
question
question?
like how do they feel on a scale of 1 to 10, and you want them to answer like how do they think their looks are to men on a scale of 1 to 10? So I think that's like the
Well, if
discrepancy.
we're going to
no, the
do that,
question
I'm a
is-
4.
The question is,
To men.
what do you think you're
My
like?
mom
For
says I'm a
example,
10.
if I were to ask somebody, okay, what do you think the measurements of your bicep are? Now that's something we can objectively measure, right?
Well, I mean, I think we can just make it easier, right? You made a good point there, right? A nice feminist point, the male gaze. So since you know the male gaze so well, can you judge for us what each of these women would be, you think, via the male gaze? Yeah, you. Yeah, you brought it up. You brought up
can
the
do
male
split.
gaze. Tell us what rate them 1 to 10 via the male gaze.
I'm not a man. I'm a woman.
Yeah, so
I'll do it.
I'm sorry.
I think
I'm sorry.
I'm a
hang
4
on,
by
hang
a
on
male
second.
She can
gaze.
do it.
Are you
The
saying
submissive
that you
one's
can't
gonna do
speak
it.
to the male gaze? Are you saying you can't speak to the male gaze because you're not a
Yes,
male?
I'm not a man.
Oh, well then
can't
never bring
speak
up the
for
male
all
gaze
men.
again. Never bring it up again.
I was
'cause you can't speak to
explaining the
it.
difference in that question, right? A lot of women, when they ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10, they interpret that to be like, okay, I feel like on my level of how I can look, I'm a 10 out of 10 for me, right? But that's not really what the question is. The question is, how do you think you compare to all the other women out there?
I'm sorry,
Where
I
would
didn't
you
realize that
rank?
you thought women were stupid and didn't understand basic questions.
Okay.
Do you
If
really
you want a
think
straw
that they
man, go ahead,
hang
man.
on. Do you really think
It's what he's
that they
doing. It's what he
misinterpret what's being asked? Do you really think that?
Yeah, because they're answering how they feel on a scale of 1 to 10. They're saying
Okay,
they
well
feel like a 10
then
out
let's
of 10.
ask this a different way then. To the gal, the rapper who's next to you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was your name?
My name's Boss Lady. Boss Lady.
Okay, well, I'll just say lady. So, lady.
say boss. Boss.
Can you?
Say boss.
Yeah, lady. Yeah, lady. So anyway, hey, lady, I'm just wondering.
Say
hey,
boss.
lady. Yeah, no,
Hold on,
no
let him-
fucking way.
let him
So
say his
anyway, lady, could you maybe give a rating, an objective rating, since you consider yourself a 10, I believe, what you consider all the other women to be at the table?
Yeah, I think they all a 10. Like, I don't see nothing
Oh.
bad with them. And I'm respectfully speaking.
I
Like,
love
we
that.
talking about face cards.
That's crazy.
Brian, I know you're not playing because I just said you could be a 10 to somebody. Don't do that. No, but no, respectfully, like, I
Sorry.
My nigga Donnie.
what's his name again?
Donnie.
Donnie?
Wait, who you talking about? Andrew?
Yeah.
That's Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew. No, yeah, respectfully, you asked me a personal question. I just feel like everybody is a 10. In
Is
their own
every woman
way.
on planet Earth a 10?
No.
Okay, which ones aren't? Can you think of one off the top of your head who you would say isn't?
Respectfully, I can't say on top of my head who not a 10.
You can't. So every woman that you've ever met that you could ever think of right now is a 10. Really?
No. But I just
Okay,
can't
then
just
name
say.
one. Name
trust
one
and
who's
believe.
not a
I done
10.
run across the couple, like, you know, like, goddamn, but that ain't
Okay,
got
do you
nothing to do
know
with
any
me.
women personally? Do you know any women personally who aren't 10s? Any?
No.
No,
Personally,
every woman's a 10 who you know personally.
Like,
Is
I
your
really hang around a lot
Is your
of-
grandma a 10?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Aging is
Grandma's a
beautiful.
10?
Why wouldn't she be?
Aging is the most
Aging-
beautiful thing ever.
Wait, actually, hold on. Let me come in really quick on this, Andrew.
Please.
Repeat that one more time.
I said aging is beautiful.
Let me ask you a question. You are
23.
23. Do you think you're going to be, and I'll open this up to the entire panel, do you think you will be better looking? What's going on with this split here? Wait, what? No, but I'm asking it to her first. Do you think you will be better looking in 10 years?
I think in 10 years, I'm going to have beautiful wrinkles. I'm going to have beautiful skin that changes in a different way. And that's the most, that's such a blessing to know that we're living for so long.
Doesn't really answer my question, though. Can you answer the question?
Can you repeat it one more time, dude?
Yeah, you're going to be better looking when you're 50 than you are right now. You're going to be better looking then than you are right now.
And I'm so excited when I turn 50 years old.
And no, can you answer the question though?
Okay. So here, let me.
Bro.
All else being
Yeah,
equal.
So the question
all else
is,
being
at
equal.
50, are you going to be better looking or not?
I think it's
Than
up
you
to
are
the
right now.
person. I don't.
No,
I
no, no,
honestly
no,
don't think I
hold
can
on.
answer
Can I-
that.
Okay, hold on.
You
Let me
can't
ask you a
answer
couple.
that?
Hold on.
No, because I think it's up to the person.
What do you mean up to the person?
Like, I think I'm beautiful in general. No matter if I'm 20, 19, 18, or 77. So I don't think I can really answer
Okay,
that.
hold on. But we're doing a comparison here. So do you
Okay.
think you will be, let me start off with the first one. Do you think you will be more physically attractive in 10 years
I mean,
at 33 as compared to 23?
I think you have a different definition of attraction. Because
Hold on, just to be clear,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't be attractive
Yeah.
at 33. There are plenty of very attractive women in their 30s, 40s, etc.
Yeah.
The question is, comparing yourself now at 23, do you think you will be more attractive, all else being equal, in 10 years' time?
Yeah.
Okay, what about 20 years?
55 years.
You
Yes,
think you're gonna be
in
more
55
attractive?
years, in 67 years.
Let me ask you,
the
if,
type
when you're,
of
when you're
beauty,
one day
the
when
type
you, when
of
you
beauty
die,
is
one
a
day when you
different type
die
of
and you're in a
beauty.
casket, are you going to be just as attractive then as you are right now?
My physical body will be dead, so I no longer have
Yeah,
a
I
physical
know.
body to
So what?
compare to.
That has nothing to do with the question. So you're in a casket.
Yeah.
It's
Wait.
your dead body at that point. Is it still just as attractive as you right now?
The body is dead. There is no more
Hold
body
on.
to compare it
Here,
to.
let me get everybody's
You're
answer.
on your deathbed. You've had cancer for 10 years. 10 years. And you're on your deathbed. You have not quite expired yet. You're not, it's not over for you just
She's just
yet.
being bad faith. She's just being bad faith.
And
Let me-
it's 5
Yeah,
minutes
you can
before
move on to someone
expiration.
else.
Hold on,
before the
Andrew.
lights
Let me
go
let me
out
just
forever.
get everybody's answer.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
No.
Hold on.
Natalie?
Just repeat it. I'm sorry. The camera wasn't on you. Go ahead.
No.
10 years? Okay.
10 years from now?
From now.
No, definitely
Okay.
not.
What about you?
I don't know.
You're 23, right?
Yeah.
So will you be more physically attractive
I would hope
at
I'm more
33
physically
as compared to 23?
At 33, the same? Nah, I'm not gonna be the same. Still beautiful, but not the same level. If that makes sense. Did
Okay,
that answer?
so no.
He wants a yes or no question.
Oh.
Yeah, literally.
Will you be as attractive as 23 at 33?
Not as attractive, maybe.
Okay,
Not.
what about you?
I think it depends. Some women are more attractive at 30, some are less.
That's
but
not the question.
Okay.
He just wants to say yes or no.
I'm saying some women do get more attractive
Right, but that's not what
from
I'm asking
20
you.
to 30.
I
mean, we
Well,
don't know.
actually-
That's what I'm saying. I don't
Not
know.
really.
We don't know.
Okay,
All
hang
else
on. I
being
can
equal.
clarify this for you because
your
you're very
moms.
analytical.
Still
I know,
gonna
I've
be
tangled
fine.
with you
Just
before.
know.
If you were to look at averages, just how you averagely interpret women, based on how you, on average, see them at 20 versus at 33, let's say, would you say if you're in the same boat, on average, you would be less or more attractive?
On average, probably less attractive.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the answer for you?
For me, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to tell 10 years in the future.
Yeah,
Well,
we
you're-
can't tell.
I don't think I'll be more attractive at 43 if it helps. But 33 is kind of like...
Yeah, 33 is kind of like.
You could be more
Yeah.
attractive. Okay.
I got more
I
attractive
think
from
like
my
45,
20s to my 30s only
55,
because I lost almost
I mean,
100
look at
pounds.
this.
Really?
Okay. What about you?
I believe so. Yes.
So
As
you're
you
20.
should.
You're 25. You'll be more attractive at 35 than you are now at 25.
I believe so. Yes.
What?
What
Skip's
about?
gonna hit.
Let's do 20 years. 45 versus 25.
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. What about you?
Yes.
So you are 25 also.
You're gonna be
So
fine.
you're more attractive, or you will be more attractive at 35 than you are now.
Yes.
Okay. What about 20 years? 45.
I don't know that long.
Well, what do you? That's the question. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I look young as it is. Do I look 25?
Well, Asians
Yeah, you
don't
do.
raisin.
So, I mean, when I get older, of course, I'm still going to look like 28, 29. If I'm 35, I know it.
What? Okay. So did you say yes to the 20 years later? 45.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go 30. 55.
No. After that, no.
What about you?
10 years?
You're
Yes.
25. You'll be more attractive in 10 years than you are now.
Yes.
Okay. What about 20 years?
I think grays are really hot, so I'm gonna say yes.
I
but
love that
anytime
answer.
After that, maybe
I
not.
love
you
that
think
answer.
What's
It's
I
grays are
love
hot.
like a silver fox, so I think that's hot.
Gray hair.
well?
I love that.
Do you know for certain you'll have
Silver hair.
gray
you
hair?
colored
or-
your hair.
I already have grays, so I'm assuming
So
that
you think
if I
that'll
don't
make you
continue,
more attractive?
Well, if they're so hot, then why do you cover them up?
because I like
Correct.
the color. It's not enough
Oh,
gray
sorry.
to be a
I
full.
thought they were super hot, though.
They are, but I don't have a full head of gray yet, so
Okay.
I don't, and I choose not to color my hair because I like the silver.
All right. 30 years, so 55.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. What about you? You're 23, correct?
Yeah, 23.
So will you be more physically attractive at 33 or how you are now at 23?
I think I'm in my prime right now, so I'm gonna say no.
No. Okay, fair.
Let me ask a question real quick. What's wrong with
Why
being?
you gotta answer the question?
Hold on. Wait.
I wanted to hear y'all answer.
Okay, I
What
got you.
y'all
I got
think?
you out there. Hold up. Let me ask my question first. What's wrong with being realistic? Like I don't get it. If you're confident, right?
Yeah.
Does being realistic mean you're not confident? Can you still be confident
What-
if you're realistic?
what's
So
the
what's the
realis-
issue? So
100%. We're
What's the
being
realistic part that we didn't
even
do?
if we're confident or not.
if
You
you
think, hold on, you're being so bad faith. You think you'll be more attractive at 55 than you are now.
I think I will be attractive, period, no
that's
matter
not
what
the
age
question.
it is.
and that's
Yeah,
and that's
that's
the
not
question
the
is, would you be
question.
more attractive? I feel like we got our young, like our young skin and stuff like that. We'll still be beautiful, but will we be more attractive at an older age? No.
Yeah, the
Can
answer
I
But
is
ask
we'll
a
still be
question?
beautiful, but
Yeah.
that's why we're not answering. y'all
Also,
not
to,
answering the
one
question
sec.
this time.
To all of you who said you'll be more attractive in 10 years, 20 years, whatever, if any of you said 10, how could you possibly be a 10 now if you'll be more attractive in 10 years' time? That's to those of you. I think that's you. I don't know. Did you say yes
Nah, I said no.
in 10 years? I don't know if you said yes. You said yes in 10, I don't know, 20 years. I can't even keep track.
I
But
said 20, I said
Q, you had some more. You had something else, right?
No, I was just wondering because when we talk about things objectively, it's okay to be objective and still have confidence. I think misconstruing, oh, I got to say I'm a 10 or I got to say I'm going to be more attractive in 10 years. You don't think that's delusional?
I feel
No.
like I'm gonna be real healthy. around
That's why I say you have to be
future.
realistic about your answer. You can't just be like, okay, I'm a
you
10.
can you can still be confident.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not confident just because you're being realistic. Huh?
You answer the question. A
About
lot of
you,
men think they're
1 to
going to be
10.
like they're in their primes in their 30s.
I'll
But
give you my
a lot
answer.
of
just
men
to
are
show.
like receding their hairlines already at that point. No offense to men with receding hairlines.
How old are you, Brian?
I don't know, but I watch Beyonce, Halle Berry and those folks, and they
A lot of women are also receding their hairline.
Can I say
They
this?
just cover it up.
I believe that
Guys, one at a time, please.
I
Go
believe
ahead.
that
Oh.
men older with their salt and pepper are more distinguished, and as long as they live a healthy lifestyle, sometimes they are more attractive than they are in their 20s, because when the man is in their 20s, they look like a baby face. But as older men, I think older men are more attractive because they're more distinguished.
I mean, there certainly is
Some older
a
men.
differential here in terms of, what fits into sort of what is deemed masculine and feminine. There are some certain differentials there when it comes to Q. You've talked about this when it comes to, I think you've talked about this when it comes to like experience and even trauma. I think like men who've gone through trauma.
Yeah, I have.
That tends to make a man more masculine, and it also tends to make women more masculine, and that's a sort of differential there. So while women are attracted to masculinity, men are attracted to femininity. That's a differential there. But I'll actually give you my own assessment on this. I'm not going to be all delusional on this myself. I'm 34. I was better looking when I was 24.
You're 34?
I'm 34.
You don't look
yes.
34.
You look young.
No, yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Thank
But
you.
what does young look like? I'm
And
just curious.
I'll even say all else being equal too, because I've gained a little bit of weight. I got a little chubby recently, working on it. But even just like looking at for example, I'm getting bags under my eyes a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of what's it called?
Crow's
Wrinkles and shit.
Crow's feet.
Same.
Yeah, I think I was probably better looking
I was better looking
when I was a little younger. And then,
looking
but
at
in 10
26.
years' time, no, there's no way I'm going to be
31.
I'm not going to be better looking at 44 than I am now at 34. Now, granted, I think there's a bit of a differential when it comes to aging between men and women. I don't fully buy it because there's plenty of men that just, this whole trope of, well, men age like wine and women age like milk.
I never heard
There's
that.
like a
women-
little
No,
bit
it's
to
a
it.
tr-
I
it's a
age like a
trope.
fine
It's a
wine.
trope.
There's a little bit to
personally.
it, but look, there's a lot of men who age terribly.
Terribly, yeah.
Like, so there's
I don't subscribe
there's a
to that.
little bit of truth to it, but it's not like every single man's just going to have a fucking glow up, So I think there's definitely differentials.
I see your point of view.
And I
for
think
sure.
it's also hinting on resource acquisition. I think most people overlook that. It includes men being more financially attractive, them having acquired more, having accomplished
Yeah, but a lot
more.
of girls who-
That's
100%. Because
typically what we mean when we say men are going to be more attractive as they age, because they should have acquired more. They should
Most
be worth
women
more.
want a man that is successful.
100%.
Yeah.
They don't want somebody that's gonna live in their car.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'll be
100%,
more
yeah,
financially
100%,
attractive at
girl.
40, without a doubt.
I
But
don't know,
physically
the last
attractive.
panel, there was a chick who liked her men to live in her car with her.
I remember that.
Wait,
Not
what?
like last
Wait,
episode.
what?
There really was.
Wilford
I'm gonna read a couple
donated
chats after this.
$200. Of all the women on the panel, the highest rate is a 4. Guess which one it is?
Me.
Nope.
No, that's the highest rating. Okay, thank you, Will Fitch. You want to just tell us? I don't think anybody's going to be able to guess it.
If I can get, hang on,
Another
Will
200.
Fitch. If I can guess without you giving the game away, if I can guess which one it is, will you send in another $300 super chat?
Or
if I can guess.
Champagne pop? Champagne pop?
Yeah, or a champagne.
Champagne.
pop, yep.
Champagne.
If
Q
I can
needs a
guess,
little
I think I
liquor.
can guess.
Yes.
I think I can guess.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what he has to say.
Yeah, we'll
Will
wait and
Fish.
see.
But are you
Will
gonna
Fish.
guess which one
Will
before
Fish.
he says it?
No, that would be
No,
the point.
and
I
he has
get
to
it.
agree to the terms before I
I get
guess.
it.
There you have it. We have actually a couple other points on this whole thing.
Yes.
So those of you who said you'll look better in 10 or 20 years, let me give you a scenario. So if I could give you, how do I frame this? If I could wave a magic wand that only advanced your outer appearance to how you will look in 10 years with no impact on your health, you just advanced 10 years in terms of your physical appearance, would you take it?
So it like rushes our looks 10 years later?
Yeah, but you wouldn't die 10 years earlier. It's just your outward appearance moves it forward 10
Yeah,
years.
it accelerates your physical
Oh no,
features.
I would not know.
You what?
I would not know.
Even though you'd be more physically attractive in 10 years' time.
No, because I want to live my life like however I'm supposed to be. You know, if it takes 10 years for me to look 10 years, and I'm going to take those 10 years. I wouldn't want to rush anything.
So you don't think aging has any impact for your skin, for example?
Aging has impact on my skin, of course.
Yeah, that's why they created anti-aging cream.
Okay, so he agreed over on that side, by the way. My chat is telling me. Do you want me to go ahead and make the guess?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, my guess is that he's referencing red dress with glasses. That's my guess.
That's the most attractive woman at
That's
the table.
that he claims the most
I don't
attractive
know.
on the panel, but still a 4.
Okay. All right. There's the guess. You want to say
There's the
something?
guess.
You want to say something as the most beautiful woman at the table?
Not really. Thank you though.
Okay. All right. There you go. Yeah. I don't know. Just crazy. Oh, here.